Hey everyone! How's it going on today? So, welcome again to my channel. It's Glee. So today I have another rant. It's not a prophetic word, but more on just God and Christ, wherein there's a lot of people claiming that no one can satisfy the human heart except for God. And how deep is it? How real is this? How true is this? Or, the contrasts of this and all. And I'm going to speak based on my experience. So, before I came to Christ, I was jumping into a lot of beliefs, a lot of religion, a lot of spiritual practices. And for some which worked, I wouldn't say that most of what I've learned are demonic or not true, because some of them works. Some of them are based in science, some of them are based in energetics, and they work. But then I've had my encounters with God. Prior to that, I've encountered God in the spiritual realm, in a vision. But then I kind of go on my way because I didn't have anyone around me who also has the same experiences. So I went my way, finding out my truth, finding what works for me. And I fell into all these spiritual practices, which have worked for me in a way. But, deep down, I think that if you are not aware of it, if you have not experienced God, for that means you will not know the difference, because it can be really uplifting as well. Those spiritual practices, probably people who have ascended or they have reached that level of peace and that level of high or whatever. So it can be pleasurable. Finding or engaging with God can be a whole lot different. That's a secret, or it's something that is not quite relatable. So I could understand that. And so that's why I could empathize with people saying that that's not true, or they're playing around that they're mocking that, or they don't believe in such things, because there are things in this world or in this spirituality that is actually pleasurable and is actually good and pleasing. But then if you really have this encounter with God, with Christ, with the Spirit of God, true Christ, you will know the truth. You will know that there was a void. Some people are aware that there's a void. There's some people, I've encountered many people, some of those who are in my sphere, who are already in my group. Some of those who are already in my group, they've experienced that. They've experienced the emptiness. They have everything they want. They have the money, they have the relationship they have everything that they've dreamed of, that they wanted, that they're manifesting. But then there's an empty void. So they're kind of afraid if that's going to be falling into another hole, or they might find there's going to be more greed, or finding another partner, because there's a void. So I think some people who are finding something that cannot satisfy them is actually looking for that feeling in that void. And that's what I'm saying right now. If this resonates with you, that's God knocking on your door. That's Christ. So you can engage God just right here and on. So that's why, if we do not ask for it or believe in that by faith that there's a God or there's Christ, or if we have not encountered Him, it can be really difficult to accept that this God can really satisfy you. In my case, I'm walking with God for years after searching and searching, and I've had my deep encounters, and until now He's walking with me every day. He's with me. I feel Him, I see Him, I hear Him. I'm a vessel of Him now. I encounter Him in the spiritual realm. So He is real in my life, and I see the difference, wherein if people who have not encountered Him will not see, will not know. So that's why if you are a believer, and you've encountered those people and you want to, debate with those people, it's going to be useless if they have not encountered the living God themselves. So what you can do is to actually be that vessel of God's presence yourself. And they will see the difference. They will know God is just an expanding God. He's penetrating all over. Every knee shall bow down, every flesh shall say that He's Lord. So we have to be presence conscious. Presence conscious, not just doctrine or religious or I'm right, la 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 la, everyone else is wrong conscious. We have to be presence conscious. Sometimes I've encountered these situations where people would ask me what's so different about me and what's this vibe around me that they cannot understand. And that's God's glory. And then most of them are encountering God through that. Not all, but some are just encountering God through a lot of ways. So that's it for today. And yeah, I feel like I just have to say that because a lot of people are curious about that theory that they said, especially the non-believers or those who don't believe in God. Well, for those who believe in God, that's actually my point of view. It's more of an encounter. It's more of an experience. So yeah, if you're open to that, then you can actually go down to my link. I have a Receiving God, Christ, Yeshua activation prayer link below. And by faith, if you want to receive Him, you can actually, and you will feel Him. You will feel His presence. He's going to come inside you. So that you all have a lovely day, and shalom. Love you all, and have a lovely day.